Meet Chris. Chris uses the REALice system to treat the water to resurface his ice. His ice sheet is easy to maintain and his user groups are happy because he follows REALice best practices to make strong, durable ice. So what do best practices look like at his arena? First of all the water that he puts on his ice is treated by either the REALice wall unit or with the REALice handheld nozzle. Chris knows REALice water and normal water cannot be mixed, and none of his operators can bypass the system. To remove the micro air bubbles from the water, the REALice system is powered by water pressure only. This means full pressure is needed all the time, at least 43 psi. Trickle-filling the ice resurfacer will result in wavy ice. Adjusting the brine temperature and the snowball test. It took a couple of weeks of using REALice before Chris found the best brine temperature settings for his ring. He raised the brine temperature in small 1 degree Fahrenheit increments, but at first the ice was brittle and created too much snow. So he tried the snowball test. When trying to form a proper snowball from dry shavings, it fell apart right away. He raised the brine temperature another degree and waited a few days to see how the ice reacted. Could he form a better snowball this time? He tried, but the water was still freezing too fast, and his snowball fell apart once again. Chris raised his settings higher yet and found the water was freezing as it should, with no overlapping ridges forming between the lanes, a big indicator of the ice being too cold. Now he is able to form a perfect snowball. Last winter was extremely cold, and to prevent the cloth on the conditioner from freezing up, Chris needed the resurfacing water to be warmer, not hot, but tempered. And last summer, in the midst of a heat wave, Chris had to move his brine temperatures down to keep his ice frozen. But he never lost his ice, despite the hot weather and a day-long power failure. Chris knows good ice comes from good ice maintenance. That means he uses wash water, his blade is always sharp, and most importantly, he shaves the ice every time he floods, and doesn't just pick up the snow. He and his team don't race around the ice, but drive consistently, taking between 8 to 10 minutes every time. When he's done, he doesn't need to dump out the leftover flood water. The REALice-treated water will keep, even overnight. And speaking of overnight, Chris has built a dry shave into his early morning routine. Dry shaving the ice gets rid of the crystals and impurities that have risen to the surface since last night's flood, and it removes scars and gouges from the ice. By following our best practices, he's left with a beautiful sheet of ice, setting him up for success all day long. If you need any support in making fantastic ice with REALice, please call or email us. In Canada, 1-888-542-9292. support@realice.ca. In the US, 1-844-464-8408. support@realice.us.